Another trade has happened, and of course, it starts with Portland. They traded Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks, and now they just traded Jrue Holiday, somebody they got back in that trade, to the Boston Celtics. Another shakeup has happened in the East, and now it seems like the two contenders in the East, who were favorites already, just got stronger. If you don't think this has implications for the Knicks, think again. This absolutely affects everything the New York Knicks were even thinking about doing next season. And not only that, we're going to dive deeper and see how much more it affects the Knicks even beyond this season. We're going to discuss this and so much more today, guys, on the Knicks Digest. You know, a few weeks ago, it seems like nobody could get traded. We would hear rumblings. Maybe this player would go there, maybe this player would go there, but nothing really happened. And now, really over the course of the last week, we saw superstar point guard Damian Lillard traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, creating a whole new super team over there with Giannis himself and obviously Chris Middleton as well too. And now, as of today, Jrue Holiday is a Boston Celtic, joining Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, creating their own little super team as well too. Oh, at least I forget, KP's over there as well. So a lot of people are asking, has this really affected anything for the New York Knicks? I'm telling you right now, guys, the East has been shaken up due to this Jrue Holiday trade to the Celtics. The East was already lopsided to begin with because before these trades, you can make the argument that it was number 1, the Boston Celtics, and number 2, the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks got Dame, boom. Bucks are basically the favorites to take the championship. And now we have the Celtics making their own upgrade, taking Jrue Holiday from the West and bringing him back to the East, basically to the next contender right underneath Milwaukee in Boston. It is insane, guys. Let's go to the announcement from Woj. So Woj basically reported today, earlier this afternoon, that the Portland Trail Blazers are trading Jrue Holiday to the Boston Celtics. And here's the trade. The Celtics are trading Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, a 2024 Golden State Warriors first round pick, and a 2029 unprotected Boston first to the Blazers. And obviously in return, the Boston Celtics are getting Jrue Holiday. And the crazy part is, let's say storylines and basketball gods do convene and meet, and it does become the Celtics versus Milwaukee at some point. Could you imagine it comes down to a play where Jrue Holiday is guarding Damian Lillard, and that play signifies who wins or loses? That would be something very entertaining and special to see. You got a defensive specialist, really, in Jrue Holiday, an offensive specialist in Damian Lillard. They're going to clash. I'm very excited to see it. And I'll tell you one thing. Milwaukee's probably mad right now. I know they did not want to see Jrue Holiday again, especially time and time again on the East. They wanted to keep him out West. Well, you know what? He's back on the East, and now he's back on a contender that you may not like. Talk about a team in Portland that is still trying to rebuild and now trying to turn up the heat on their rebuild process, adding more pieces, adding more picks, trying to get better so quickly. You got to give a shout out for Portland, getting rid of its best player and then getting another player, basically arguably their next best player in Jrue Holiday, trading him away and getting Malcolm Brogdon in return. And here's the crazy thing, folks. They're good at guards. They don't need any more. You know what that means? Malcolm Brogdon's getting flipped too, and he's going to a contender. That means more picks, more young assets for the Portland Trail Blazers, who already have Scoot on that team. Already you can make the argument has the best player in terms of that franchise's needs and their limitations right now. They traded away Damian Lillard. Scoot coming in makes the most sense. And now he has the keys to the franchise. He can lead it into any direction he wants to go. I said this affected the Knicks. The Knicks had a shot. I did mean a shot to potentially get to the Eastern Conference Finals next season before the trades. Now after the trades, a lot of the hope is gone. You got Milwaukee, you got Boston, clear favorites in the East. You can make the argument the clear favorites to get to the finals would be the Bucks and the Suns, because the Suns got better in that trade as well too, given that 3-team deal that traded Damian Lillard to the Bucks, because they got more depth. It's insane right now what's happening in the NBA, but if you take a look around the landscape and you take a look ahead and you put money on it and you're being real and serious, Suns versus Bucks is likely the finals that we're looking at. And I hate saying that because I hate calling it. I hate being able to call what the finals potentially will be each and every year. I didn't like it with Golden State and the Cavs, and I'm not going to like it now. I'm not saying that it's absolute a guarantee, because it wasn't a guarantee with those teams either. But more or less, you kind of knew those are the teams heading into it. And I think we kind of know that now. For me, that takes just a little bit of the fun out of it. But also, is there another reason here? Could the New York Knicks be affected even more by Jrue Holiday and him being traded to the East? Yes, absolutely. Again, Jalen Brunson is supposed to make the All-Star game, folks. And we're getting more and more elite guards in the East. He was already up against it last season, and the East didn't even have that many good guards in comparison to him. And now you bring Dame and Jrue Holiday to the Eastern Conference again? It's going to be even more competition for Jalen Brunson to try to get that All-Star bid. Yes, that affects the New York Knicks, number one. Number two, the Knicks have one of the hardest schedules out of the gate for the NBA. Guess who they face opening night? Oh yeah, Boston. First preseason game. Who's that against? Boston. So they face Boston, their rival, twice. 2 key games against the team that's just upgraded their talent, KP and now Jrue Holiday, to go along with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The amount of moves that the Boston Celtics has made to try to compete and get that chip in the East, especially given the moves that the Bucks have made, is very, very key. The Bucks added Damian Lillard. In response, not even a few days later, the Celtics add Jrue Holiday. Basically the best guard they could add in response to the best team right now in the East, arguably Milwaukee Bucks, adding Damian Lillard. Because if you have that offensive firepower at that position, the best thing you can do is to get one of the best guards at that position to help you guard and hopefully take some shots away from that dynamic duo. Because let's not get it twisted. You may be able to slow down Damian Lillard, but a lot of people have tried, and it's very, very clear. It's hard to stop him. But also, the Knicks' path to even the semifinals for next year, even that's in question now. And let's say they get back there. Who are they going to see? The Celtics? The Bucks in the semifinals? Could you imagine what that type of matchup would be like? They're a bad matchup to begin with. They added more talent. Now it's an even tougher matchup. Could you imagine Jrue Holiday on Jalen Brunson, KP on Julius Randle, or KP playing the center, bringing Mitchell Robinson out to the three-point line where we know he's uncomfortable? Yes, folks, this absolutely affects everything the New York Knicks were hoping to do next season. Remember all those hopes, those dreams, all those analysts saying the New York Knicks have a shot to get to the finals, all of those things? Those type of reports now are not going to be the same for the New York Knicks. You're not going to hear them as often. That's because the balance of power has shifted to the East, and the two powerhouses right now are the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. Also, the Phoenix Suns. And if you want to throw them in there as well too, because they're the reigning defending champions, the Nuggets as well too. But that's it. Those are the teams. That's your NBA season. Congratulations. And that's why I'm mad, folks. Because we can say that. You may not like it. You may be able to argue why there's a shot for each and every team to get it. But if we're being realistic, you can't argue with me. Because you know that's the case. I know that's the case. We're mad together because of it. This is what we're going to see. Look at that. Tatum, Brown, Holiday. Say what you want to say. That's another super team. Oh, and I should report as well, too, that the Celtics have the intention as well, too, after adding Holiday to try to extend him. So they want to try to keep this particular story continuing for years and years and years to come. So it looks like the Knicks are not even going to escape it for a one-year rental. It seems like the Knicks are going to be facing this for years and years and years to come. That's how the Knicks are affected. The path has got a lot harder. It's not easy at all anymore, not like it was easy before. And now the Knicks are going to have to try even harder, focus even more, and do even more to compete in an Eastern Conference that is now deadly stacked. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment below, smash that like button, and don't forget, guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm Troy with the Knicks Digest. Thank you so much for watching. Me and Chris will absolutely be getting on a video very soon. We have different takes about different things that leads to a lot of great basketball content and conversation. I can't wait till you guys see us and our conversations, how much we argue, and once we go live with that, it's going to be something that's must see. I guarantee it. Until next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.